Let's record. So basically, um, the lies that we tell ourselves when we put ourselves on camera in front of people, it is, I mean, I tried to go back and think, what was I like? I literally would do a live video. I would mess up so bad. In my opinion, I was messing up. And my husband was in the other room. And as soon as I hit the stop button, he would walk in and he would have to hit the button to post it for me because I was like, that was terrible. I can't post that. Like only four people saw it. So I'm just not going to post it. And he made me post it. And you guys, what happened over that time period? It's why people who started with me 9 years ago are still with me because they saw the progression of what I was doing. Okay. So the first thing I want to teach you today is absolutely you do not need to be perfect to work online. Okay. In fact, I spent the first couple of years of my life on social media trying to pretend to be somebody else. Somebody that was younger, somebody that was prettier, somebody that I thought was smarter. So I was like, I'm just going to do what she does. And I wasted years doing that. Okay. So please just show up as you, show up rough, show up no makeup, show up messy, because that's where people are going to fall in love with you. And it is in that relationship where they get to know you that they know, like, and trust you and will become your biggest fans. Okay. So, I've got a few things that I'm going to refer to some notes because I really wanted this to be something that could be recorded and then shared over and over again with people as they come on and are new to social media. So for some of you, some of this may be repetitive, but we are going to get into the working hour as well. But those first couple of minutes, I just wanted to kind of give you some basic social media things. So the one of the things that really helped me in social media over the years was my consistency. Okay. The algorithm in social media will reward consistency, connection, and clarity. Okay. So write that down. Consistency, connection, and clarity are going to be your three biggest superpowers on social media. When I started, and there were a group of other people that started with me, and they were so, everything was so pretty, and it was like aesthetically pleasing. And I was over here going, I ain't got time for that. It's just not going to happen. And, but I was very, very consistent where they were trying to make things so perfect and pretty. I was over here just posting, just showing up, just doing the work. And that took me from here to here, and they were still down here. They'd be posting and doing good, and then they'd be like, no, it's not pretty enough. And then they'd be, and I'm telling you, there is so much power in consistency. Now, consistency has meant different things over the years with social media. It used to be you had to post 3 times a day. Nobody has time for that. Let's be honest. Nobody has time for that. We're not going to do that. It burns us out. We're not going to do it. Whatever your consistency is, that's what I want you to do. Okay. So if your consistency is posting 3 times a week, then you show up 3 times a week. If your consistency is showing up every day, then you post every day. Okay. I'm going to give you some tips on that too, because not everybody has time to post every day or make something every day. So I'm going to teach you a few things about that too. You don't need perfect makeup. You don't need perfect skin. You don't need fancy equipment. You don't need 8 hours in a day. Okay. You just need to know how to work smarter and not harder. The big thing that you do need is you need to have daily visibility online. Okay. You need to be on there daily. Okay. You need to have daily engagement with your people online. Okay. If you have 50 followers, you need to be connecting with them daily. Okay. Try and reach out to a few of them every day. Have conversations. Um, have daily invitations with people. I will tell you, one of the things that when I'm kind of coaching people on social media and they post a video and I go in and I make a comment on it and they just heart it, they don't come back and make a comment, that is a huge missed opportunity. Huge missed opportunity to actually like have that conversation. Instagram likes that conversation, not just an emoji. They like the conversation. Okay. So don't miss out on that opportunity when somebody makes a comment, or even if they just put an emoji heart, come back with a comment, come back and talk to them. Okay. Huge missed opportunities if you're not doing that every day. So when I say you're going to show up every day, it's that visibility that is going to build the trust with your followers. Okay. If people, they don't see you, they probably aren't going to buy from you because they don't trust you. They think that maybe you're just like, oh, here, buy this, or oh, here, buy this. But if you're not showing up every day, they're like, is she really serious? Is this something that she really likes, or is this just something that like she's trying to earn a little bit of money on? So it really is in that visibility that builds trust. And also, um, I have written down here, familiarity creates comfort and comfort creates sales. Okay. So keep that in mind. Familiarity creates comfort and comfort creates sales. When they're comfortable with you, they're going to purchase from you. Okay. Um, Again, the algorithm, commenting, replying, reacting, all of that kind of stuff is going to come into play. It's important when you are going to get on social media and you're going to post something that you get on there and you have some fun, engage with a few people. Okay. Have a few interactions with people. Warm that algorithm up. That's what I like to call it. Warm it up. Okay. And that, when you go to post, is going to make a difference because the algorithm sees that you're in there interacting and having fun. Okay. I always think of social media as kind of a game. It's a game that you want to figure out. And it's ever evolving, which some people are like, oh, I don't want it to be evolving. Like, I just want them to tell me what to do and do the same thing over and over again. That's boring. Okay. Look at this as a game. This is a game. Let's figure it out. What's happening today? Let's come up with a new game plan. So don't look at it as a chore, as something that's like you're never going to be good at. Look at it as having some fun. Like I spent my first 3, 4 years Googling everything. How do I make a video? My very first YouTube video that I did, just so you know, I figured out how to add music, but I didn't know how to adjust the volume. So it's a talking video, but the volume's so loud you can't hear me. Okay. So these are the things that's gone viral, just so you know, and not for good reasons, but hey, we'll take it. We'll take it. So I want to say most sales are going to happen in your DMs. Okay. That's where most sales are going to happen. Why? Because you're having a conversation with somebody. You're getting to the root of what they need and what they want. So do not skip out on those DMs. If there's anything I can encourage you to do is get people in your DMs and spend most of your time on social media in your DMs. Um, so your job here isn't like to convince people on social media to buy your dermatology cream, which we all know is the magic of everything. It's not to convince them, okay? It's to invite them to take a look at it. Now, one thing that I want you to remember is we have the opportunity to invite people to a couple of really cool calls that we do every week. Okay. You've got your opportunity call on Tuesday nights, and you've got your masterclass on Thursday. If you're not inviting people into these calls every single week, you're missing out on an incredible opportunity. Okay. This this takes all the pressure off you having to teach all the things and puts it into a group setting where people can see, oh, other people really are interested. Other people are really using these products. Other people are really looking at this business opportunity. Okay. So don't miss out on that. The last thing I want to touch on before we get to work is mindset. I touched a little bit on this in the beginning. First of all, you're not annoying when you're posting. You're not behind in what you should be doing, and you are going to be building momentum when you show up every single day, okay? Or 5 days a week, whatever your consistency is, okay? These small daily actions are the things that compound, okay? So don't worry if your hair's not done and you need to do a story that day. Just do the story. I promise you, people think it's great. They're like, that's why I like you because you just show up real raw and authentic. That's why they like you. So don't think it has to be perfect, okay? If you miss a day and you're like, oh, I always post on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and I missed Monday, don't worry about it. Just jump back on the boat. Do the best you can. I will tell you, those people who show up when they don't want to are the ones that are going to build quicker. Okay? So keep that in mind. There were days where over the years I didn't want to show up either, but I did it anyway. Okay? So keep that in mind. Okay, so let's get to work. I hope that was helpful and just kind of gave you a little bit of an oomph to know that you can build on social media, but by darn, keep building in person, but keep dripping into social media and watch what happens as you keep showing up consistently. Now, I'm an Instagram gal, so I'm going to probably gear this more towards Instagram. If you're not Instagram, you can still do some Facebook things as well, but I'm going to be kind of explaining things for Instagram. So this first block that we're going to be doing, and this is going to be, let's see, we got, okay, perfect. About 5 to 7 minutes, we're going to work on this, okay? And I'm going to be posting and sharing some things in the comment section as well to just kind of give you some ideas of some scripts and different things, some different ways that you can interact with people, different ideas for reels and different things like that. But so basically, what I want you to do this first 5 minutes, I want you to open up your social media and I want you to begin to interact with people. Okay, because we're gonna jump in and do hopefully do some posting. But I want you to jump into your social media, start to interact with people, okay? And I'm going to post some of these things in. And I want you to think of things like doesn't have to be about the skincare. It doesn't have to be about makeup, right? Go in and just interact with your friends. If you watch one of their reels and you're like, hey, that was great. If you know that they have, family, um, exciting things happen, go in and interact with them on that. Um, and don't forget, this can be you can be replying on posts, you can be replying on stories as well, okay? So pop their stories up, watch their stories, interact with them, okay? I'm going to post some things here and I'm going to go silent so you guys can do the work for 5 to 7 minutes. And then when you guys are done with that, will you just type done in the comments for me? Okay, while you guys are finishing up the last minute, there were a couple of questions that I didn't catch as I was talking that I wanted to go back through and just kind of touch base on real quick. Somebody said, do I make myself public? So this is the thing. You want to be public if you want to grow because people need to find you. So I always say public is best. Now, with that being said, with Facebook, if you have a private Facebook group where it's very exclusive, very, people are being very, very, very successful um, in in that area. Okay. So if you have a private Facebook group, keep it private, just make it very exclusive, make it a very amazing place to be, but just know you're not going to find new people there. You're going to have to find them and add them in there. Okay. So so keep that in mind. I've always been a public. I've always been public. I don't have a private Facebook group. Don't I should. They do very, very well. But to grow, try and be public. Somebody else said, do you repurpose? 1,000,000% I repurpose content. In fact, the first little while where you're making content, think about ways that you'll be able to repurpose the video in multiple ways. Okay. So think about I'm putting on one of my most viral, these are a couple of my most viral things that I've done. And I say viral, it just means they get more views than the rest, is me literally just putting the moisturizer on my face and rubbing it in. Okay. I record that. And then I put different words over at different times. And if I find words that stick and that video does well, I repost that every month. Okay. So think of things this way. And then yes, you're going to take that reel that you made and you're going to post it to Facebook. And you're going to post it to TikTok if you have TikTok. And you're going to post it to your YouTube. Okay. So absolutely you're multi-purposing all of these things. And that makes your life so much easier when you're doing social media. Okay. So keep that in mind. Um, I think Mary, tell me, I'm gonna put you on the spot, Mary. Are you that like viral TikTok teacher? Because I swear you look like that viral TikTok teacher that I watch.
Are
So
you talking to me, Lloyd?
yes.
I, I'm I'm in the car and I can't hear you. We're
Are
traveling.
are you the viral
I
TikTok
don't know how to do it.
teacher? She may not be able to hear me. Mary, I'm gonna type it because I mean I follow.
Yeah,
Are
she
you the
said,
viral TikTok teacher?
We're 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 traveling and I can't connect. I'm
Okay,
so sorry.
that's
she
okay.
Yeah, I don't know.
she I don't know that she's on TikTok, but I see her on Instagram a lot and she's learning from Tara Qualhurst or something like that.
Oh, awesome. Oh, awesome.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
Okay, great. You guys are awesome.
Yeah, she's doing amazing.
I love this. So, and maybe that's where I've seen you, but you look like this viral TikTok teacher. And I'm
Her
I
Instagram,
know.
yeah,
we're
her
we're
Instagram is
we're just
awesome.
squirrel brain. Here we go. We're going off on tangent. Anyway, okay, let's bring it back. Here we go. Okay, you guys. The next block that we're gonna do is going to be in your stories. Okay. Now, stories, again, are really where the magic happens. Okay. You've got your reels, which are great for your main feed, right? This is great for your main feed. It's people see you that way, but the stories are for people that follow you that get to know you. Okay. So think of stories as this is where I'm going to live my life, is in my stories. This is where people are going to get to know me. This is where I do the majority of my selling, other than in my DMs. Okay. So keep stories can be very, very powerful, but you need to be somewhat consistent with your stories. Okay. You've got, oh, there's my granddaughter. I'm gonna get distracted again. Stories are where you're going to show up even messier than on your reels. Okay, reels can be a little bit more. You're recording and you're teaching about something. Stories are going to be everything behind the scenes. Okay, so what I want you guys to do for the next few minutes, and I'm going to give you a couple of ideas, but I want you to jump into your stories and I want you to record a couple of stories. Now, for me, stories, I do between 5 to 10 a day. Okay. And am I on there talking every time? No, let's be real. Like some days recording is not a good idea. But if they see your face, it's far more impactful than if they don't see your face. Okay. So I will tell you that. So even if you're feeling like I'm not done up, I can't do a story yet, I'm going to jump on and do a story and I'm going to be like, I'm going to take my phone like this and I'm going to be like, hey, look, I'm training today on social media. This is what we do on Mondays. It's super fun. Okay. That's what I'm going to do. Okay. So, and then go into and talk about it's the last week of the month. I know my team is doing a try to sell 10 dermatology creams this last week. So everybody's got like a little countdown they're checking off, right? Okay. So do some of that. And I'm going to put a couple of ideas, a couple of story ideas in the comments, and then you guys get to work and we'll do this for another 5 minutes, okay? I'm gonna mute myself. Okay, how did everybody do? Did everybody have fun? I think stories are fun. Stories can be the funnest part of my day because it's just like you just pop on and say, hey, look, I'm making my breakfast this morning. We're actually not eating Fruit Loops or something like these kinds of things. People love that. So have fun with stories, you guys. Just enjoy yourself with stories. Okay, the next one. The next one is where we're going to talk about making a reel or some type of content. It could be a carousel where you've got pictures posted. Some of my favorite, like I told you, the one about the moisturizer, the other one that I have done that does really well is taking the makeup and covering my dark circles. Okay. Which I don't really have really terrible dark circles anymore, thanks to the skincare. But just showing how to cover the dark circle with that, it's so awesome. So I repost that one. It's going viral right now on Facebook. It has never done that. I think it has like 500 comments on it or something like that, which is it blows my mind because it's a video I've posted I think 6 times. This is the same video. So for heaven's sakes, if you have something that works, don't be afraid to repost it and repost it and repost it. But what I want you to do here is, and this is what I do, okay? Because we're not going to really have time for you guys to film a reel, but I want to give you guys some really good options of what you can do. So batch creating content is my favorite thing in the whole wide world, okay? It is, and let me explain batch creating content. Batch creating content is one day where you record 5 or 6 or 7 videos all within an hour or two. Okay. You're just going to record a bunch of videos, and it could be you sitting down drinking out of a cup. Okay. It could be you applying the moisturizer. It could be you putting on the makeup. It could be you talking about the lip product. And I want you to do a variety of this content. Okay. So do short videos. I always tell people short 5 to 7 second videos are the videos that are going to grab the people. Okay, they're going to be the ones that are going to grab the people and be like, "Oh, what is she talking about? What's she teaching?" And then when they go to your feed and they see what you're teaching, then they hit follow. Okay? So short video. Longer reels are more like 90 seconds where you spend a little bit more time teaching or talking about a certain thing, okay? And just know you don't always have to be talking and teaching just skincare, okay? You could be talking about like, so see that little blonde girl right there under Ashley Petita? That little girl right there? I did a reel, 3.5 million views where I talked about Amy Ray. 3.5 million views. I got over 1,000 new followers from that. Okay. And it was literally me just being a proud grandma. Okay. So know that like this kind of content, like have a little bit of a variety, have some fun with it. Okay. But for heaven's sakes, do short video, do longer video, do live videos. Last night I did a live video with my sister. We were putting the collagen melting sheet mask on. She'd never done it before. I taught her how to do it on a live video. So doing a variety of different videos is going to be very powerful. Carousel posts are one of the biggest things that's being pushed out right now are carousel posts. Carousel posts where it's a few slides. And with these slides, they can be very simple. I will say some of my most powerful carousel posts have literally been before and after photos, right? People love to see before and after photos. And there's so many of us out there floating around with before and after photos that can be used. Okay. So like your friend has a good before and after photo, use it. I've taken before and after photos with people and I've zoomed in on their under eyes and just zoomed in on their under eye and then did a before and after of just their under eye. Okay. So carousel posts are very, 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 very powerful right now. Um, a couple of different ideas are um, making sure that you are giving them some type of a really good hook. Okay. So when we talk about reels or carousels, you want to have some type of a good hook. Okay. Something that's going to grab their attention. Think about when you're scrolling through social media and somebody says something and you're like, wait, what does that mean? And they stop you and then you see their stuff, whether it be a reel or and my new best friend is Chat GPT, where I'm like, I need a hook for an under eye before and after. And my friend Chat throws out a few ideas and I'm like, no, I want it to be more this. Or no, make it funnier. Or no, make it a negative hook. And really start to play. Or who's raise your hand if you're using Chat GPT to help. Yes, freaking love it. It's the best thing that's ever happened to me too. So, but yeah, just like use that and it gives you ideas, okay? The other thing that I love to do, you guys, and I'm going to give you just a couple of minutes to kind of write down some ideas, is oh no, I lost my train of thought. That happens often. Abby, don't laugh at me. I haven't had anything. I haven't had any caffeine this morning yet. I haven't had any protein either. It's like 8 a.m. here in Utah. It's early. It's early, people. Um, but anyway, so what I want you guys to do is over the next couple of minutes, I want you to write down, and this is how I batch create. Okay. This is how I say, okay, what ideas I'm gonna record tomorrow. I'm gonna actually do my makeup. I'm gonna look good tomorrow. I'll have my hair washed and I'll put on a cute shirt and I'm gonna record some videos. So what am I gonna record? Don't wait until you're all ready to know what to record. The night before or the day before, I want you to sit down and get ideas of what you're going to do. Okay. Get really clear. Like I will look through, I'll say, oh, what's Abby been posting? Okay. Did she have a really good idea for that? Okay, I'm going to recreate that idea. Okay. So do some of that. If you see somebody that does a really great reel and you're like, I could totally make that into skincare related. Save it, recreate it. Okay. Write down your ideas. I usually have a notebook and I have like 10 ideas of things that I'm going to record. And that day that I'm like, okay, so I need a before picture and then I'm going to need an after picture. That'll be a carousel post. Then I'm going to need my before and in a video. And then I'm going to do an after video after I do my makeup. That's a post. Okay. So get really specific of what you're going to do. But one of my favorite things to do is have you guys write down at least 10 problems that you want to solve for your customer. Okay. Think very specific. What are 10 things that my person that's for me is over 50? What are their skin problems? How can I solve them? So I'm going to have you guys take the next 2 minutes and write down all, and this is just blast them off, write them down. 10 things. Okay. Go. Okay. There's nothing more powerful than sitting down and making a list of your perfect person's problems because then we're going to work on solving them. Okay. It's the most powerful thing. It's my favorite thing to do. It's the thing that's going to make you set apart from somebody else is when you're helping somebody with a problem. Think about the people you follow. You're like, that person's so organized, they have great organizational things. I'm going to follow them because they're teaching me something. Okay. So keep that in mind. Okay. The last block that we're going to talk about is connection and sales. Okay. Now this is your follow-up section. Okay. So this is this is where you're going to voice message. Voice message is way more powerful. I'm telling you the craziest thing. I have quite a few followers on Instagram, and the second somebody asks me a question and I pull out in voice message, they're like, "Oh, I didn't expect you to like voice message me." They're like, and I'm like, "Why not? It's easier. My fingers are tired from typing." Like, plus it's a lot more fun, right? Then they get to have a conversation with me. You guys, it's so, so, so powerful to do that. So anytime you can voice message, absolutely voice message. As we're heading into this last week of the month, you guys should be on voice messages doing follow-ups like crazy. Especially, I know for my team, sales are a little low this month. That's what happens when we come off incredible sales, right? So sales tend to be a little bit low. Guess what? The perfect time to follow up with people. How's your skincare going? What's happening? Do you have any questions? They could be right now in the phase of purging and they're like, this is terrible. Get on there, let them know. They're not alone. Purging is common. They're just getting all the toxins out of the skin. Okay, so for the next few minutes, and I've got some scripts here. Okay, these are just some follow-up scripts that are kind of fun. Um, if you're doing polls and different things in your stories, when somebody, you know, comments yes or no or slides the bar or whatever, you can go in and voice message those people. Okay, polls and things like that in stories is a great way to open up conversations with people. So always remember that. But any kind of follow up on something that you've been talking about over the last couple of days, like reach back out, talk to them about it. So I'm going to post these. I'm going to give you guys 2 minutes. We're running out of time. Our block's got, that's what happens with me. Sorry. Okay, we're gonna wrap this up strong. We're gonna wrap this up strong for you guys today because I want you to understand and remember these very simple things with social media. Simple is more important than perfect. Consistency is more important than motivation. And conversations equals conversions. Okay. If you guys will spend an hour working your social media, however that is, if it's recording one day, if it's editing one day, if it's, just basic things. Stories take seconds to do. Okay. Stories are so easy, seconds to do. You're going to see growth. Okay. So you do not have to have it all figured out to be successful online. You just have to be willing to show up imperfectly, consistently, and honestly. Okay. Every comment you leave, every post you post, every conversation that you start, it matters. Okay. Someone is watching quietly in the background. They're learning from you. Someone is gaining confidence because you were the one that showed up today. Okay. Momentum isn't built in one big moment. Someone is gaining confidence because you showed up today. And it's built in these really small, basic, ordinary steps and actions that you do every single day. So if you feel awkward when you get on social media to do that story, or if you feel awkward doing a B-roll showing how to make your eggs or whatever it is, like good. That's good. That's what we want. Okay. People want that real awkward person. Okay. They connect with you. Okay. You're growing, you're getting better, just like me when I was afraid to hit that button, that live post button, that for those first few years. And my husband made me hit the button. You're going to be the same way. Trust me, just post it. Post it messy. Post it anyway. Do not compare yourself to somebody else that's been doing this for 9 years. You can't. Just post you. That's what people want to see. Okay. I hope this was helpful for you guys today. Please let me know if you have any questions at all. You can always reach out to me. I'm always happy to help. I'm always happy to answer questions. And I think that what we have here with this group on Mondays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays is so powerful. So be sure that you are inviting into these things and you're showing up on Monday and your business will move forward. So, all right, gang, have a great week. Lots of follow up. Get those sales for the last week of the month.
Thank you, Lori.
You bet. Thank you.